Hello and welcome to the 5th episode of my Stardew Valley cookbook series. I'm your host Muse and today we're making Tom Kha Soup. In the game you get this recipe from Sandy and here it makes 4 to 6 servings. So the first thing that we're going to do is get a lemongrass stalk, and it says to have 2 and cut them at 3 inches, but we only have 1, so we're just going to cut it a little more generously. Now we're going to cut our lemongrass in half lengthwise. That's professional, right? Super professional. Very professional. Should be getting paid for this already. I totally didn't fail and have to have my mom come help me. So now we're going to kind of pull off these more tough outer bits so that we get more of the flavorous part. And we're going to put this down cut paste and hit it with the back of the knife to make the flavor come out more. Now next we have galangal root, and we peeled and sliced about 2 inches of it. Next, the recipe calls for lime leaves, but we don't have that, so we're just gonna hope that we can deal without it. So now we have seafood stock. In the book it calls for, or it says to use shrimp stock, which it does also have a recipe for in the book. So if you have time to make that, you could, but since we don't have as much time, we're going to be using just seafood stock. And now we're going to put our lemongrass stalks and our galangal into a saucepan, and then we are going to add 2 cups of the shrimp stock and 2 cups of water. Now you're going to put that over medium-high heat until it boils, and then you're going to lower the heat and let it simmer for 15 minutes with the lid partially on. So now we are going to get these Thai bird's eye chilies, and it says to use 2 to 4 of them. We're just going to use 2 because we're not too much of spice people in this family. And fun fact / info, the more red they are is the more mature they are, or the more spicier they are. So you can kind of pick and choose, oh, maybe I just want 2, but I want them a little bit spicier, but not quite adding a whole nother pepper. So you can always mess around with that and figure out what you like. So now we cut those peppers in half, and we're going to wait to put them into the broth soup mixture after it simmers. So for now, we're going to grab these shimiji mushrooms that we were able to find at the Asian store. We have 12 ounces here, but if you're not able to, then you're going to grab cremini mushrooms, and you're just going to cut them into quarters. So we're going to take this all out of here, and we're just going to cut the roots off here. And then just kind of separate this with our fingers and put it into this bowl. Or a bowl, not this bowl. Please don't come into my house and steal my bowl. So now I'm going to take this off to add in our chili peppers and then kind of mix this around. Now I'm going to fully put the lid on and let it simmer for 15 more minutes. So now we're going to add 2 3/4 cups unsweetened coconut milk, a 1/3 cup fish sauce, 1 tablespoon of palm sugar or light brown sugar, we're using coconut sugar, and 4 thinly sliced garlic cloves. quote from Penny. I just love the harmony of the shrimp, coconut, and herbs. I've been trying to cook it myself, but I haven't been able to get it to come out just right. It's so good though, so I'll keep trying. So now you're going to get your mushrooms and you're going to put them in here, and we're going to bring it back to a simmer for about 12 to 15 minutes. So now we have a pound of shrimp. It has been untailed and deveined, and now we're going to sprinkle some salt into it. So now I tossed the shrimp around in the salt, and I'm gonna just carefully get these all in the soup. Now we're going to let the shrimp sit in there for 3 to 4 minutes, and we're going to stir it very often. So now we're going to add some lime. I have here 2 freshly squeezed limes and then a little bit of lime juice just to make sure that this fills this up. I think this is gonna be about half a cup. Oh, we're actually got a little bit more. I think I'm just gonna have to squeeze a tiny bit in here just to make sure. I just said that I had about half a cup, but it should be a 3rd cup if I didn't mention that. There, okay. So now you can taste your soup to see if you like the flavor. It should be a mix of sweet, sour, and what's the other magical word that it says? Salty. Very descriptive words. And if it's not, you can add a little bit more lemon juice and a little bit more of the fish sauce just to kind of get it to that flavor you want. So lastly, here we have some cilantro leaves nicely pulled apart, and we're going to just use it for toppings in the soup. Queen's tip. The lemongrass, lime leaves, chilies, and galangal are left in the soup to help flavor it and keep the broth fragrant, but they are not meant to be eaten, so advise your guests accordingly. And now it's time to see just how absolutely amazing this is. I'm vibing with that. That is definitely good. I enjoyed that. There's a lot of different flavors going on, but they're all very fun, and they kind of all have their moment in the bite. So I definitely enjoyed that. I would make this again. It's it's a soup, so it's good for like a simple thing to make, but it'll feed multiple people. So yeah, I would definitely make this again. And now you know how to make the Stardew Valley Tom Kha Soup. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please like and subscribe.